Hmm. Ethicus, are you awake?
Yes.
Do you mind if I come in?
What is it?
Well, some things have happened.
Not Helly, I presume.
No. Some new laws
New laws.
in the overworld.
I believe
And
there were some that were supposed to be passed a while back.
mm-hmm. and
Namely village protection and I believe animal post protection as well, correct?
and other things. There's been a Goblin Act established.
What do you mean?
Suppose I can read it to you since you cannot read it. It's the Overworld Goblin Apprehension Act. Mm,
Do they have leads?
no, this is pretty much a. If you have evidence of someone being a goblin, and can swear by it, then they will be taken in immediately and are guilty until proven innocent.
Seems harsh, but realistic.
Unfortunately, my only worry is how they might be able to use this.
What do you mean?
Well, gather enough evidence on someone and a goblin could put an innocent person to death. Hopefully they are more strict with their evidence, but the first article, definitions. A goblin, any being exhibiting traits consistent with the known or suspected nature of goblins, physically or behaviorally, shall be classified as such. Credible suspicion, a formal accusation delivered under oath, identifying specific traits or actions consistent with goblinhood. Upon accusation by a sworn citizen or authority, the accused shall be seized without delay. The accused shall be confined in a secure sanctum pending trial, verification, or combat. Presumption of guilt, a reversed burden of proof. All accused shall be treated as guilty upon apprehension and must prove their innocence to be released. Means of proof include testimony from a truth sworn or victory in trial by combat. Which I don't understand that one, since if someone, or even if a goblin cannot prove their innocence, all they have to do is win a trial by combat and they are set free. Punishment.
Seems necessarily harsh, yet also
It's
careless.
reasonable, but I don't know. It's a lot of this can be used. It's I cannot help but find it reasonable, and yet I see the cracks in which someone can use this.
It's the spine that I have long wished that the High Vessel actually had and used, yet she still shines through and as to who she really seems to be, which is caring. It's harsh, but in a methodology trying to be kind as well in a way. If you could prove your innocence or win a trial by combat, then you're free to go. It's an out. It's
Which
cruel as necessary, yet also not cruel enough. If they're trying to actually take the steps necessary, then
I also fear that if this is used against someone who is innocent, it's much harder to prove your innocence than to prove guilt.
It's designed to be correct, but will they care?
Mhm. And it seems if you choose trial by combat and lose, then you are to be executed.
I don't understand why offer trial by combat at all if it's not going to matter in the first place.
I don't know. I don't understand using it as a means of proving you are not a goblin. After all, we had a whole war that proved that they could fight. I don't know. If the accused is victorious, they shall be declared clear of suspicion and granted full release. The accuser shall pay penance equal to the harm caused. If the accused is defeated, they are to be executed as a confirmed goblin. If the accuser refuses combat, their claim is withdrawn and they shall be branded a false witness with all due consequences. The accused is proven a goblin through magical or witness sealed means. They shall be executed within 1 day by fire, blade, or sanctioned method. No burial rites shall be offered.
If what was it about magic?
It's if the accused is proven a goblin through magical or witness sealed means, I suppose they're.
So there's a way that they can detect a goblin using magic, and yet that's not what we're doing? It's that
So it
easy to get a list
seems.
of everybody in a realm that actually serves any relevance, and yet we're not just doing some form of routine scan if it was that easy?
I don't understand why it says magical either.
Evidently they know more than us. Not entirely surprising, but again, if we have means to actually find them, why are we playing coy?
I don't know. The High Vessel or the Triquetra are empowered to enforce this act. Which I also don't understand Triquetra, since in the laws saying the Triquetra, hard to say. Each origin must designate a representative to maintain peace and mediate disputes. However,
It's just a section,
yes,
or is...
it says who is on the Triquetra, but I don't remember designating anyone as a representative or even being discussed with.
Nor do
And
I...
all of the members are those already on the court. Arlo, Ophelia, and Oliver.
If you'll join me.
All right.
Lift me.
All right. Oh,
Or dig around if you need to.
that was an accident. I had my totem on.
We're going to the library.
It's the library. Oh,
Or the study, I suppose. Or... what's this one?
the star guide for the festival.
This one?
the contract for your shop. This one is Triquetra.
Ah.
Oh. And then
That should have more information. I know she handed it off at one point, summed it up, and left it at that.
let me see. The Triquetra. There must be a designated representative from each origin. These representatives oversee disputes and potential conflicts between origins, mediate issues, and ensure that no origin is unfairly taken advantage of.
I don't need it, Red. I was merely wishing to offer clarity since you seemed confused. I've accepted it as one of her attempted appeals at peace.
I personally don't think that members of someone, I don't know, this is supposed to represent the origins, should be already a member of the court that the high vessel.
Because it's just an excuse. It's the game she plays. I've been considering you and Nixie both have a optimism that Ellie is alive, and as much as I've tried to accept it, I'm back up on my feet now. I would like to leave Wiltonshire.
I mean, I cannot stop you. Just worry. With everything going on, you being unaccounted for may cause them to pull something drastic, especially with if anyone were suspicious of you ahead and brings up, even if it is false, a good case. The high vessel.
I'm coming back with results, or I'm not coming back.
All right.
Either come back with Helliot, dead or alive, or I will not be a worry anymore. I brought you here because this is right about my one contribution. Should I not come back, it is yours.
I would prefer if you did come back.
As would I. Guess it would mean that I at least have something. I'll show you around. This is the proper library. Should have a half-decent stock on enchantments. Should you need. This is, at least was my bedroom. Suppose it would be easy to clear out for your own means. There's another bedroom here. Should you wish to have anyone move here as well, set this aside for if anyone ever came to need it. Around the corner from the library is the blacksmithery. It's not a very impressive setup, but contains some backup gear, as well as furnace arrays, anvils. A dining room. I hope. Should I not return, you at least get more use out of it than I was able to. I naively wished to, at a point, host a dinner of some sorts for the Overworld Court. The right is food storage. It isn't much, as most of the food storage I have is at the farmland. There's a decent amount here. This way is the rest of the storage. There's general resources, stone, wood, the like, stone bricks. If you ever need chests or barrels, there's a lot in there. This is ore storage. I primarily had copper and iron from the trader goblins that would wander around here, as well as coal. As for other materials, I never sought to collect all too much. If it were to ever come up, this is where the ring was that I was asked to destroy.
Ah.
There is down this way a small kitchen that, again, I never actually used all too much. It is where I handled beer manufacturing.
Mm-hmm.
That may be of use to you. This is an empty hallway. There's additionally security measures in place. Should you ever hear a pressure plate click, the walls are lined with them. Any room that I did not wish to utilize, any hallway I didn't wish to utilize, I filled with the wooden pressure plates. Jungle usually, as that was the easiest to get.
I see.
This is a fountain. Not too useful. I don't believe there's all too much over this way, but a staircase. It links into slightly more dangerous territory. The stronghold that I didn't exactly lock down by any means. It was the initial area in which I had, frankly, broken into cells.
Mm.
And as a last stop, just so nothing comes as a shock to you, there's a hidden section back here. Nothing of much note. Totems, emergency supplies primarily. Some armor, which might be of use. But besides that, there's nothing much. I wish to have it stocked, but I just never got too far along. And here was a room that I mostly left untouched besides my own storage. There was some ore in here that I'd taken long ago. And past that, just
Yeah.
potion stores. I believe this was one of their structures. There used to be quite a lot of statues around here, but
Right.
I removed most of them, this being obsidian. I didn't want to bother breaking apart.
This is another thing that would I suppose lead to suspicion on you. It's
Why?
a bit illegal.
How? Is having obsidian not...
No, as a shape. It's a broken nether portal.
They have portals as well?
And currently there's only one authorized in the overworld, and any unauthorized ones are illegal.
Wonderful. You'd have to blame the original constructors then.
Mhm.
That has remained in place. There's a number of regeneration and health potions in here, should you ever need. Lily always left me with plenty. And this, in case you are wondering, is something that I was putting together for was a safe haven. I believe the day that Helia was...
Ah,
I wasn't quick enough on it, but the idea would be an obsidian ring. And there's a certain apparatus that I found in, I believe, an illager hideout that sends out a redstone pulse when it detects any movement or update.
mhm.
You can make them quite simply with, I believe, redstone, cobblestone, and quartz. I had made large orders that I believe I picked up with her. Lining the wall with them, filling this in with perhaps more obsidian, or you wish to be protected with some form of comfort, then you could, I suppose, line it with more wood and leave obsidian to the outside. Redstone lamps in these empty spots. That way, should anyone break anything, it would immediately light the lamps, and given its obsidian, it would take them time to at least get through. You have at least time to perhaps get away.
Hmm.
I never got to actually building it, though. There is material in here that was intended to construct it. I bought
Oh.
obsidian from Rowena and quartz from Enya. But it hidden it just in case. But that should be about everything here. Go ahead.
I do hope that you do come back. So I
As
will
I've said,
look after this, but I won't use it.
I wish the same, but frankly, unless I find her, I don't believe I have all too much reason to return. There is I believe as we talked, a simplicity,
Mhm.
living without any social bind. I don't see the reason of staying around and trying to play friendly and make acquaintances, if nonetheless, just a demeanor alone, no one can look at me in the eye or trust me, and instead take the opportunity to spread narratives about me or find the reason to interrogate me or investigate.
I understand. I'm
There's no
sorry.
reason I need to stay in a civilized world. Should I find Halia alive, I would be willing to bear and see it through with her. Should I find her in the other possible condition, I will return a body to make sure there is proper burial, and I will make my leave.
Well, please take your netherite before you go. More protection.
I should be fine. I intended to use it for... It was a mix of gifts, and additionally I wished to make an alternate set of armor and gear to better equip me against the nether,
I see.
given that I was there much more with Helia. However, I assume I don't have much reason to be in the nether anymore.
Alright.
Use it as you will.
I'm sorry I couldn't do more to help.
I'll admit you're No, Elia by any means, but you did what you could. And I appreciate you having my back.
No, I will be here. I'm still doing my daily searches and hoping that you return with Helia alive.
Of course. If I do not return and it becomes a concern, you may pass along whatever knowledge you see fit.
Alright.
Thank you.
Feels like he's going off to die. I know he's not. Honestly, he's taking the route that I've considered before, just leaving this all behind. But I have people, attachments, those that I care about. I have Wolvenshire. Wish I could have provided him more with a sense of belonging, I suppose. I just want to listen to the rain.